Shalom, Yasharala. This is your brother Dawada, coming back at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you, Aki, on pushing this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions to feed and edify the elect. So I want to jump into this here lesson real quick, dealing with, being in this here truth and things like that, and how, like they talk about a lot of this so-called mental illness and depression and things like this. That's a big thing that's going on right now. Everybody's talking about mental illness and whatever, whatnot. A lot of those times these people are just bugging out because of the things that they into or whatever, whatnot. But nevertheless, when you're in this here truth, there's a lot of things. These spirits can get onto you, whatever, whatnot. You looking and feeling down because of the conditions that you in. Especially knowing about this here truth, man. There's a lot of things when you think about these things that can bring you into a lower estate, just like knowing, that you're an Israelite. You're not supposed to be, you're supposed to, like the scriptures say, the Most High chose you to be a holy people above all the other people on the face of the earth. But yet and still you look around. Hell, Solomon said, I seen, how do you say? I seen servants on horses and princes walking beside them, and like I said, when you learn about this here truth, things like that can make you a little depressed thinking about stuff like that, and sitting around looking at certain things, it's like, damn, man, how do we fall this low? How are we at this spot, man? Or like the other day at camp, man, we was out at camp the other day, and there was this Israelite sister that was walking by, and she had an umbrella, one of these sororities, the AKA umbrella, and I was thinking about that, just, man, she's lost. She's just gone. I got a cousin that's in one of those sororities or whatever, whatnot, and just to think about that, man, that's a sad thing to think about, Man, look at our people, they're all destroyed, man. God, they walking around. You seeing our people, all they want to do, they just want to be the bottom of the barrel, man. You see things like this and just, it kind of messes with your mind and stuff like that. Knowing, they're going to be better off in the kingdom or whatever, whatnot. But just to see the constant things that they go through, or just talking to just regular people, like, damn, how are y'all on such a low estate, man? How are y'all, still like this? How do y'all only want this and that and whatever, whatnot? This sometimes, especially when you really care about your people, man, it's like, damn, I hate seeing y'all like this, But nevertheless, there's other things as well, too, that in this here truth that can bring you down like that, just knowing, seeing all again, servants riding on horses, man. These goddamn Edomites over here living it up and doing whatever, whatnot, and I'm over here working all day in and day out, whatever, whatnot, I'm over here working, y'all over here on vacation all the damn time. You just living it up, You're the basis of men. But at the end all be all, this is your kingdom, So I just wanted to make a quick lesson on this real quick, especially for brothers that's coming into this here truth, and you had one type of life, but now as your eyes are starting to open up, like I said, you're starting to see things a little different, like I said before, when I came into the truth, man, hey, I didn't really see that, for instance, that the Edomites was that much of a problem. But then once you start looking into it, you're like, oh, wait a minute, look what y'all done programmed us to do all these things, all these things that we don't like about ourselves, the things that we, despise, like, oh, we over here, drug dealers or whatever, whatnot. But well, we get all that from Esau, man. You see what I'm saying? And so you understand things a little more as you grow into this here truth, But then also, how do I say, it brings you to a lower estate, So I want to go through the scriptures and Lord willing, I could, edify the sheep with this. All right. This is Micah 7:9. It says, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I've sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light and I shall behold his righteousness. All right. And now this is one thing that, this is a prime example of the scriptures where you may be going through something or whatever, whatnot. And, it could be depressing you or whatever, whatnot. But at the end all be all, you have to keep in the back of your mind. Hey, look, we went off from the Most High. This is our punishment, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather, go through this right now than just actually be put to death, because we was actually, supposed to be put to death for all this stuff, man. But what the Most High is having mercy on us. So the end all be all, it's like, yo, we're going to have to bear this here indignation because we wound up going off. All these things that's come upon us is because we went off. All right. So, and at the end all be all, the scriptures say the Most High chastising his sons, the ones that he loves. So, if, especially looking between you and 2/3 or whatever, whatnot, 2/3 may seem like that they living it up and having it all good or whatever. Hey, let's go out, let's go party, let's go do this, let's go do that. You're like, man, nah, I can't, nah, I'm good. Because, you know, where those types of things lead to or whatever, whatnot, or I got a job to be doing right now, man. I got to go out here and feed these sheep, you know. But nevertheless, you have to understand your position versus their position, man. Hey, they about to be turning into missile food, man. You working for salvation, all right. So right now, it's time for you to go in and put in work and put in overtime. So as an analogy, you know, hell, I used to work at this factory, and you know, 5-10 minutes before it's time to go home, they'll be like, "Oh, so and so didn't show up. We need you to stay over." You know, and then it would give you a certain feeling as the whole shift that you came in with, they all packing up and going home. You see all the smiles on their face. Yeah, it's time to go. It's time to go. We finna get off, go home or whatever, whatnot. Then all of a sudden, hey, you got to stay over. And it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That brings you down a little bit. But nevertheless, hey man, we the ones got to sit here and put in this here work, man. You know what I'm saying? And given the analogy, like you know, the factory situation I just gave, hey, you got to keep staying over. Well, you know, on your paycheck, you're gonna get that overtime. You know what I'm saying? Whereas on the flip side, they're gonna be sitting there like, man, I need to I need to borrow some money. I need to get this and I need to get that. Well, y'all the one kept going home all early to go have fun, but now you don't so-called have your money to go out and do what you want to do. Now you depressed about that, you know? Same thing, you know, I'm using that analogy talking about the same scenario we in. You know, y'all are going out and having fun right now and eating, drinking, and marrying and whatever, whatnot. We still put in that overtime work, man. We put in that work right now, man. But the end all be all, you know, we bearing the nation of the Lord because we sinned, but now we working to come back, man. We working to become those first fruits. So it's not gonna be an easy task. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to go through some, you know, downfalls or whatever, whatnot. But at the end all be all, man, the Most High is gonna raise you back up. You know. Let me go to what's the log? This is Ecclesiasticus or the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." All right. So look, man, you coming to serve the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of things that, you know, first and foremost, you have to like scripture say, be baptized, man. You got to put that old man to death. All right. So when you putting that old man to death, you know, that's who you were back in the world or whatever, whatnot, you know. And sometimes things may come up or reminders of who you were back in the world may come up. And you know what I'm saying? You may be like, oh man, I missed this or I missed that. But you have to like, yo, man, that's that temptation that's coming back knocking at the door. That's that old, I give the analogy, yo, that old man that you so-called put to death, he coming back knocking at the door, man. You got to ignore him. You know, you got to be like back in the days, man. You got to be turn off the lights, turn off the lights, turn off the TV, man, hide and peeking through the windows. Now we ain't home. Nah, man, don't be answering the door for that old man because you got to understand that this here temptation is gonna pop up, man. So-called these types of things will come up and you know change your spirit a little bit to give you a you know how they use the word depression or whatever whatnot. Man, I wish I was out here doing whatever whatnot, you know. But at the end all be all, you got to ignore that. You know, that's just that old man trying to call you back into that same place, man. You know, you have to go back to what we was just reading in the book of Micah. You got to bear that indignation, man. Nah, I can't leave right now. I got a job to do. Y'all go out and y'all go party. That's what y'all going to go do. Y'all going to be eating and drinking and giving in the marriage. But I got to go over here and build this here ark, man. I got work to put in. You know what I'm saying? Going right back to Noah, man. Everybody else is eating and drinking and giving in the marriage while Noah was out there putting in that work, man. All right. But when the storm came, Noah was the one that was saved throughout the whole situation, man. Noah and his sons and their wives. All right. Verse 2, it says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make no haste in time of trouble." Right. Like I said, man, we got to be putting in this here work, man. All right. "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in the last end." All right. So look, you got to cleave unto the law, statutes, commandments, do the things that the Lord require of you. And especially when that old man come back up, hey man, you got to deny him, man. All right. Now verse 4 says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state." So like I said, man, things may arise in your life. Like I gave the analogy at the factory I used to work at, man. The whole shift that you came in with, it's about the time to get off work, man. 5 minutes till, and then all of a sudden somebody on the next shift didn't show up, and now you got to stay over at work. And you're like, man, why does this always happen to me? Why am I the only one that always have to do this? Or why do these things always only happen to me, man? Why can't I catch a break, man? Why can't, man, I done took too many fucking L's, man. I'm tired of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't, don't be bugging out with that because look, the Most High, like the script said, the Most High chasten those that he loved, man. And also, hey man, the devil only want those that he, that has something to lose, man. You know what I'm saying? He's only trying to take from those who have something to lose. These 2/3 and stuff, right? They ain't got shit to lose, man. The only time the devil was really worried about it, not even to say a 2/3 was because they're 2/3, they're not gonna change. But if a 2/3 was supposed to wake up, you know, if you are of the elect and you in the 2/3 state and you about to start waking up, that's the only time that he gonna really be fucking with you like that on that end. All right. But on the flip side to that is the devil's only looking at those who have something to lose, man. So sometimes you may be in a situation or whatever, whatnot, man, and you being brought into a lower state, man. You being brought down or so-called into depression or whatever, whatnot, man. But you have to take these things cheerfully. You know what? It's all good, man. I ain't need to go out anyway, or I'm making more money right now on overtime anyway. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the scenario is, whatever situation that you may find yourself in, you know. First, hey, let me read verse 5. It says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." All right. So, hey, we can compare that with the book of Zechariah, talk about the 2/3 versus the 1/3, man. All right. The 1/3 is going to be brought through the fire and tried as gold is tried, or refined as silver is tried. All right. But they're going to be going through things. All right. But you have to come out at the other end still standing, man. You can't sit here and fold in these things, man. Oh, it's too much. I can't take it. I'm sad. I want this. I want to go back to that old man. No, man. You have to prepare your soul for these things. You have to understand that these types of things gonna come, man. You got to understand that you're not gonna always be the happiest person in the bunch, man. All right, you know, all the men of the Lord, we all go through things. We all not necessarily we not happy about none of this shit. Like the scriptures say, man, oppression make a wise man mad. You know what I'm saying? So look, we all pretty much on the same levels. Like we don't really like this shit, man, because any and everything we could think about is all defiled, man. Whether the food, the air, the water, just where we living at, everything, man. Our family, our kids. If you have kids, your spouse, or your wife, if you got a wife, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, man. All these different things, man, is all bothersome unto us, one way or another, man. All right, because these are all instruments that can be used to so-called bring us to a lower state to tempt us in these situations, man. All right, but nevertheless, you have to endure all these things. All right, let me go. Where was I reading it? Ephesians 6:12. All right. So like I was speaking about, the devil is only trying to find those, or he's only trying to take from those who have something to lose. All right. So this is Ephesians 6:12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So you may be at your job or whatever, whatnot, and your boss may be always getting on to you, or somebody at your job always getting on to you. But you have to understand it's not that person that you see. It's the spirits that's inside of these people, man. They know who you are and they know you have something to lose, man. So when you're in these situations, these scenarios, just know it's for a reason. All right. It's not because you're a nobody. Now you can be just getting judged for, being wicked. That's when you have to, hey, how does scripture say, roughly paraphrasing, you got to check yourself to see whether you be in the truth. Examine thyself to see whether you be in the truth or not. You out here being just straight up wicked and you catching a judgment for it. We're not talking about that, man. We're talking about the people that's out here that's actually trying to serve the Lord to the best of their ability, but keep catching L's here and there, or things just keep happening. Damn, I just got a fucking flat tire, man. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get the flat tire fixed, you pull out the damn lot and then you got a nail in a whole nother tire. And it's like, God damn, I can't, so on and so forth, man. But you have to understand it's not the physical that you can see, it's the spiritual. What's going on is you being built up and tried in the spirit realm. All right. So you have to learn how to so-called catch this here hell, man. All right. Now, here's a matter of fact. Let me just keep reading down because here's a good prescription. All right. On how to be able to, this is the medicine you need to take to be able to cure these things. All right. To battle these things out. All right. So verse 13, it says, "Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, having the breastplate of righteousness." All right. First and foremost, having this here truth, man. All right. Because if you understand this here truth, you'll understand why you're going through these things. All right. These scriptures can comfort you in these times, man. So you're not just bugging out like, damn, man, am I really serving the right power? Am I really doing the right thing? Because since I came to start serving the Lord, man, all this fucked up shit started happening, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but did you actually count the cost? Did you actually read the scriptures and understand what you was reading? It tells you about all these things in the scriptures, all these things was going to happen, man. So you have to, make sure that you built up with this, you know what I'm saying? The first thing first, you got to have this here truth, man. Understand this here truth. All right. Verse 15, and your feet showed with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all taking the shield of faith, all right, whereby you shall be able to quench the fiery darts of the wicked, man. So, hey, man, at the end all be all, you got to have faith in this thing, man, that the Lord is going to redeem you up out of this. He's going to save you up out of these calamities, man. And you also got to pray, man. Well, let me just, let me keep reading. Verse 17, to take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Self-explanatory, these scriptures. Verse 18, praying always. All right, let me just stop there. Praying always. Let me go back up with verse 16, above all, taking the shield of faith. All right, so look, praying in faith, man. All right, so you going through these things or whatever, whatnot, hey, pray to the Most High, man. That's like, yay. Prayer and faith, man. You got to pray and have faith in these things, man. Lord, I know you didn't bring me out here to die or whatever, whatnot, but, pray that, that you be able to endure through these things, man. Lord, take this here away from me if, and if not, I pray that you build me up and, that I may be able to endure through these things, man. All right. So you have to be able to, pray, because that's what the Most High is looking for, man. Because look, you basically his wife, man. All right. And you supposed to depend on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if something happens, like, yo, man, let me ask me and I got you, man. That's all I'm asking you for, is just to depend on me. Have faith in me, man. Just look to me whenever you need something, and I got you. But what? A lot of our people don't take heed to those things, man. They'll just sit here and just get bugged out and brought down with all these calamities coming upon them. You done lost your job, got a flat tire, you know what I'm saying, about to get evicted, lights get cut off. You know what I'm saying? You got a flat tire, whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And you just get all balled up, get frustrated or whatever, whatnot. And, you just start getting mad and you just leave it there, man. But sometimes you got to start, well, not sometimes, all the times you got to be praying, man, and have faith, man. You be like, you know what? I know that these are just obstacles, and I pray, that you get me through these things, And a lot of the men of the Lord have been in these situations that look like impossible situations. But then when they look back, they're not in that situation no more. They've been brought up out of that situation, through prayer and faith, man. All right. Let me just read verse 18 again. It says, praying always with all prayer and supplication in spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all the saints. Yeah, that's all I want to grab there. But nevertheless, like I said, man, prayer is one of the most important things that you have there, man. Right. So I'm gonna close out with this right quick in the book of James. This is right here. James 1:12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. All right. So look, man, this matter of fact, let me come back to this. This is Zechariah 13:8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, and the third shall be left therein. And I will bring, this is talking about the 2/3. 2/3 is going to get cut off and die. Now the 1/3 and the 144,000 going to be left. All right. But it's like it. The 1/3 and the elect. All right. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them and say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. So the 1/3 is going to be brought through this here, through the fire, man. All right. And they're going to have to be tried as the gold is tried. All right. They're going to be brought out, just like when, let's say you have a piece of jewelry, right? And in this jewelry, it has, gold, silver, and some brass in there, right? Now, and it has some other metal inside of there, right? Now, you want to just extract straight gold up out of there, right? Okay, well, you put this basically into a furnace and melt it all down, and then it's going to start separating, the dross is going to be at the top, which is like the cut or whatever, whatever the cheap metal is that's in there, that's going to float to the top at first. You know what I'm saying? Then it's going to be layered from there to different metals. You'll have brass, silver, and gold. All right. But nevertheless, this is how you separate that from that. All right. And that's going through you separating your, you cutting off all these connections to the world or the things that can bring you down like that, whatever, whatnot, going back to the book of Micah, man. All right. You understand going through your situations or whatever, whatnot, it all comes from not serving the Most High, man. You going off. So when you go, you keep this in mind. It's like, you know what? Let me do that. Like, let's say, for instance, you got an old lady, right? And your old lady's bugging the fuck out and y'all just going through all kind of crazy shit, right? Maybe y'all separate. And then all of a sudden, you come to this truth and you realize all this, Micah, right? Okay, I'm going to bear the indignation of the Lord because I've sinned against him, right? So now I'm putting in this here work, you know what I'm saying? And I know that like Matthew 19 say, look, all of them that gave up wives, lands, children, and family, they're going to get this 100-fold. So therefore, You know what I'm saying? Look, man, striving to the end, man. All right, striving to that crown, man. All right. So this is James 1 and 12 again. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. All right. So look, man, you might be like coming into this here truth, then you and your old lady might separate over the truth. You have a choice to make. Do I put the truth down and go to my old lady or whatever, whatnot? No, man. Go ahead, if she gonna go, let her go then. You know what I'm saying? But look, do this here work, and you're gonna receive her back 100-fold. All right. It says, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. All right. So at the end all be all, man, you're not going through this for nothing, man. You're going through this to be refined, to be built up, man. Ultimately to be made, into the first fruits, the judges of all Israel, man. All right. Being made to be you basically like that what do you call it, the caterpillar, you know what I'm saying, that's going into that cocoon that's being made into something more beautiful, or that snake. I don't really want to use the snake analogy, but a snake, he winds up shedding his skin because he's actually growing bigger, man. He can't fit in that old skin no more. He has to shed the old skin so he can grow into a bigger skin. But nevertheless, that's where we at right now, man. We trying to get up out of these wicked ass bodies, this wicked ass state, and a lot of these things we have to cut off from ourselves, you know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, it's not going to be an easy walk to cut these things off, and it may bring unto you what you may feel is like depression or being down or whatever, whatnot. But hey, these things are all written about in the scriptures that you're going to go through these things, but it's for the bettering yourself, man, building you up, man. All right, so let me read this one more time. James 1 and 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life. All right, so look, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, not the ones that fold to these things, man. I can't take it no more, whatever, whatnot, man. Hey, man, you got to go all the way, that gold. You don't throw the gold into the furnace and then the gold bar hot back out. Oh, it's too hot now. Well, you ain't gonna have straight gold if you don't go through that furnace, man. You gotta get that draw so that those other metals up out of you, man. All right, that's what's is you're not pure gold like that. You're only 35% gold. We trying to get 100% gold, man. So it says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord have promised to them that love him. All right, so this is a promise that the Lord promised it to you, man, and he's not gonna renege on that, man. All right, so like I said, man, you may be going through a lot of things or whatever, whatnot. I gave this analogy right here. This is Matthew 19 and 27. Then Peter said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, you shall also sit in 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that has forsaken houses, brethren, sister, or father, or mother, wife, children, or lands, for my name's sake, all right, because you've forsaken, your mother, your father, your children, your wife, or whatever, whatnot, your lands, your house, all right. These things can bring so-called depression upon you, You used to have this good job or whatever, whatnot, living in this nice house, but now that job is taking up too much of your time from doing this here truth. All right, you have to let that go. And now all of a sudden, you're living in this little duplex or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And people like, damn, bro, homie, you used to be living in this big ass house. Now you living over here. You know what I'm saying? You used to have these all nice whips, and now you driving that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? This is bringing down, your spirit down a little bit, But you have to also understand that this is what's gonna happen in the truth, man. All right, the Lord wants to see how far you willing to go for Him. All right, because look, there's nothing you can do, and there's nothing that you can give the Lord that the Lord, first of all, man, just imagine the things He's about to give us, and just go to Psalms 2 and 8, man. Asking me not to give thee the heathen for thy inheritance and the uttermost part of the earth for thy possession, man. We could just stop there, man. Ain't nobody ever offered you no shit like that, man. So going through this here alone, look, we reading here. You about to get? Let me just continue it off. All right, verse 29. And everyone that has forsaken houses, brethren, or mother, or father, or sister, father, or mother, wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. All right. So, you may be brought down into the spirit or whatever, whatnot, but you need to go back to these scriptures, man. All right. Like we read in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, put it on, you got to have faith. All right. You have to pray, take these here, the scriptures, you know what I'm saying? And then also in these scriptures, they tell you about all these things, man. All right. You may be losing all these things at this point in time, and it may bring you down in the spirit or whatever, whatnot. But hey, man, stand firm, man, enduring to the end, man, that you may receive a crown. All right. Let me read the last verse. Verse 30, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first, man. So you may feel like you last in this here society, but overall, you're gonna become the first fruits of the Most High and all over all of Israel, man. All right. So you have to take that cheerfully. Keep this here in mind and things like that, because look, man, this is only but for a short amount of time, man. All right. Now, let me grab one more. I don't know why I didn't think about this one. What is it? Romans 8, I think. Let me find it real quick. Romans 8 and 18. It says, well, let me go to 17. It says, 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And if children, then heirs, and heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Yahushua. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may also be glorified with him. All right. So we have to go through this here same suffering that Yahushua went through, man. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. All right. So look, man, just going through the things that we're going through now is nothing to be compared to what we're about to receive, man. All right. People laughing and scoffing at you, people demonizing you. People, like what they're doing right now. They're trying to demonize us, whatever, whatnot, bringing infamy into our name. But guess what, man? We about to be worldwide famous, globally, universally famous, galactically famous, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we have our names written in the book of life, man. All right. So, you know what I'm saying? This here, let me read verse 18 again. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us, man. All right. So yeah, you might be going through some little bullshit right now. Oh man, my old lady then divorced me. You know what I'm saying? She took my kids. She took half of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I live in this little duplex or whatever. Hey, man, you about to have that 100-fold, man. You about to have all the women that you could desire. You're going to be having all the kids that you can desire. You know what I'm saying? You about to have a whole bunch of new lands, man. Are you going to be rulers over top of these lands and over top of these people, man? So keep that in mind. And, hey, enduring to the end, man. We almost up out of this thing, man. And I know that being in this here flesh, you're going to be down sometimes. But look, go back into the scriptures, man. Go back to the scriptures. Let the scriptures comfort you, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying into the elect. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Until next time, I say, stay strong and shalom.